Automotive Academy, Episode 1, Step 3, Inspecting the Vehicle. Welcome back. Before we ever pick up a sanding block, a DA sander, or a spray gun, we have one job to do first. We have to inspect the vehicle. This is one of the most important skills you'll ever learn as a technician. A professional painter doesn't just see a car, they read the vehicle. Today I'm going to teach you how to see what the pros see. Every scratch, every dent, every repair, every rust spot, and every body line tells a story. If you miss a defect now, it will show up in your final paint job. We inspect to ensure that our preparation is perfect because professional results begin with professional preparation. Let's dive into the process. The very first thing you should do when a car enters your bay is walk completely around the vehicle. Do not rush. This is not a race. You need to take your time and look at every panel from multiple angles. If you only look from one spot, you're going to miss something. As you move around the vehicle, the light changes and the reflections change. Those changing reflections reveal dents and waves you might never notice standing still. Run your eyes along the length of the car. Move your head up and down. You are looking for anything that breaks the smooth flow of the light. One of the best inspection techniques I can teach you is looking straight down the side of the vehicle. We use the reflections from the overhead shop lights. A perfectly straight panel will create perfectly smooth, straight reflections. Any distortion in those lines is a red flag. Think of the car like a mirror. If the mirror is warped, the image is warped. If you see the reflection bend, wave, or distort, you've probably found a dent or a previous repair that wasn't finished correctly. This technique is how we find waves in the bodywork before they become a problem in the booth. Dents come in many sizes. Some are easy to see, like a door ding, but others are almost invisible to the naked eye. That's why we don't just rely on our eyes. We use our hands. Your fingertips are incredibly sensitive to changes in surface level. Run your hand gently across the panel. Sometimes your fingertips will feel damage before your eyes can actually see it. Lightly pet the car. You're feeling for any high spots or low spots. If it feels uneven, it is uneven, and it needs your attention before you ever think about painting. Now, many vehicles have already been repaired before they got to you. You have to look carefully for clues of previous work, sanding marks, uneven body filler, or a different paint texture. These are all signs that someone else has been here before. Look for mismatched colors or overspray on the trim and seals. These clues tell you that a repair was made. You need to know if that old repair is stable. If the old body filler is cracking or if the paint is peeling, you have to strip it back and do it right. Never trust someone else's preparation. Rust is one of the biggest enemies we face in automotive refinishing. Surface rust, scale rust, or perforated rust, each one requires a completely different approach. The most important rule? Never, ever paint over rust. It's like a disease, it will just keep spreading. Surface rust can often be sanded away, but scale rust and perforation usually mean the metal needs to be replaced or treated with a converter. If you ignore it now, it will bubble up through your expensive new paint job in a matter of months. Identify it, mark it, and prepare to kill it. Body lines are designed into every vehicle for style and strength. They also make our job much harder. When you're inspecting, you have to check every body line carefully to make sure they are crisp and straight. Even a tiny bit of damage on a line is very noticeable. Look at where the panels meet. Do the body lines line up from the fender to the door? If they don't, you might have a structural issue or a poorly adjusted panel. These lines are the skeleton of the car's look. If the skeleton is crooked, the whole car looks off. Check them twice. Next, we check the panel gaps. Look at the hood, the doors, the trunk, and the fenders. We're looking for consistency. Uneven gaps are a major warning sign. They might indicate previous collision damage that wasn't pulled straight or just panels that were hung poorly. A gap that is tight at the top and wide at the bottom means something is out of alignment. You need to address this before you start your bodywork. Sometimes it's a simple hinge adjustment, but other times it means more serious repair is needed. Check every single gap on the vehicle. Now here is the golden rule. Never trust your memory. Once you start sanding and dust is flying everywhere, you'll forget exactly where that small dent was. That's why we mark every single repair area as we find them during the inspection. Masking tape works great, and grease pencils are even better. Circle the damage, write a note right on the panel if you have to. This becomes your roadmap for the rest of the repair. The more organized you are now, the easier your life will be when you actually start the work. Let's talk about common beginner mistakes. I've seen it 1,000 times, students rushing the inspection because they're excited to start sanding, but rushing is where the mistakes happen. If you miss a dent now, you'll see it after you've already applied 3 coats of clear. Beginners often ignore small rust spots, thinking they can just sand them out later. Or they trust their eyes and never touch the panels. Don't be that technician. Use your eyes, use your hands, and use your time. A professional inspection takes as long as it takes. Do it once and do it right. Here is a professional tip that will save you hours of rework. Sometimes the bright shop lights actually hide the smallest waves in a panel. To find the really tricky stuff, you need a different lighting strategy. This is a trick the best body men use every day. Turn off the main shop lights and use a single strong light source from a low angle. That single reflection makes hidden dents and ripples pop out like a sore thumb. Moving your light source reveals things that static lighting simply cannot. It's a game changer for high-end paintwork. While we're inspecting, let's not forget safety. Even though we aren't using power tools yet, the car can still bite you. Sharp metal edges, broken glass, or old trim can cause serious cuts. Always wear your gloves and keep your safety glasses on. Watch for sharp edges where panels are damaged. If you're looking under the car, be careful of falling debris. Your safety is more important than any car in the shop. Protect yourself so you can come back and finish the job tomorrow. Safety always comes first at the Academy. Today, you've learned one of the most critical skills in the entire refinishing process. You learned how to walk around a vehicle, use reflections to find hidden damage, identify rust, check body lines, and mark your repairs. You are now reading the vehicle like a pro. Remember, the better your inspection, the better your finished product will be. Don't rush this stage. It's the foundation of everything we do next. If the foundation is solid, the rest of the repair will be smooth. Great work today, everyone. Now that we've thoroughly inspected and marked the vehicle, it's time to get it clean. I'll see you in step 4. Wash and clean the vehicle. Let's get to work.